Oh, hey guys, Mike Builds. Here I am in bed. I just woke up. Dang, I gotta get the grass cut. I guess I'll go ahead and start doing that. Nice, now the grass is getting cut. Oh, it's Christmas every day. Today we have a pretty interesting product that we're gonna unbox and do a little bit of messing around with. This is a Mammotion Luba 3 all-wheel drive robotic lawnmower, basically. It's almost like a robot vacuum, except it mows your grass. Now, personally, I love mowing my grass. I actually find it quite satisfying, but these yard robots are getting pretty dang good. I figured it'd be pretty interesting to see what these lawnmowers are about and see actually how good they work. Now, there are a ton of different options on the market, and they even sell these at Lowe's. They actually sell this exact model at Lowe's, and I was looking at it last weekend. And there's also a bunch of other models, but they're starting to make their way into the main big box stores. So these are becoming more mainstream, and I think these are at a point in their life to where they're actually pretty good. I think the early lawn mowing robots were kind of not very good, but these things have tons and tons of features now. And yeah, I'm pretty excited that I have my hands on and we get to actually test it. So let's open the box up and take a closer look. Now, I know this is a little bit different of a content than we normally film on this channel, but maybe somebody will get some entertainment or whatever out of this video. But don't worry, we're not a lawn care channel. We're still gonna do tons of DIY solar builds. I just like messing with cool stuff. Very clean little layout sheet. It tells you everything it comes with. Little quick start guide. Dang. Dang, this thing looks crazy. I've never actually seen one of these in person other than at the store on the display unit, but it really doesn't do it justice how crazy this looks. Look at the wheels. I wonder how that works. And in the way bottom of the box, this looks like a docking station. So this is where the robot's gonna go to charge up. You do get quite a bit of accessories with this unit. It looks like we get some guards right here. This is a front push bar sensor. So when you click on this, it clicks, and this is gonna be mounted to the front of the unit. That way, if it taps something, it knows it's there. Some sort of antenna pole setup. So if you're using this thing on a rather large field or something away from Wi-Fi, this is gonna give the unit tons of range for communication. And I'm not quite sure how any of this works. We're just gonna figure it out as we go. Another little guard here, the manual, which is very thick. A rather long cable, and I think this is for the antenna unit. Small power supply, also looks like it's for the antenna unit. Another box of accessories. We get a screwdriver, a little brush to clean everything. Some screws, I guess this is to secure the docking station to your yard. A rather large and heavy power supply. This is more than likely to charge the unit. A complete extra set of blades, and what's interesting, and I'm gonna show you guys when we flip this thing over, it looks like it uses almost like some small razor blades as the blades. So these simply screw onto the cutting head. So this thing is equipped with a ton of different sensors as well as GPS. So you can very accurately map out and set up how you want the yard to be mowed. There's an app that you can use on your phone to set this thing up completely. So we're gonna do all that as well. Emergency stop here, power button, all that. The unit has 4-wheel drive. It's going to be able to tackle pretty much any kind of terrain. It can also climb very steep hills. It's also very heavy. Now this is the part I've always been curious about these robots, is how the blade setup is. Yeah, so if you guys look, there's a series of, they feel like pretty thick razor blades, and they're loosely mounted because as this thing spins, the centrifugal force is gonna force the blades out and it's gonna do all the cutting. Obviously you don't wanna stick your hands in here. It shows don't pressure wash it either, so there might be a special cleaning procedure. You probably can't directly spray this with high pressure water. The front axle has some suspension as well, so it can flex to cover some more bumpy terrain. Some nice grab handles here on the side. This thing feels really beefy. And the build quality, just looking at it, it looks like a really nice piece of equipment. So I'm very excited to get this thing testing. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing fully set up, then we're gonna take it outside and start doing some testing. And as far as what it's using for navigation, it has built-in GPS. It also has a LiDAR sensor there, and then we also have some cameras there as well with a little light. So this thing is packed full of sensors to be able to very accurately navigate your yard and also stay in the position that you want it to stay in. Now my backyard is full of obstacles, so I'm very curious to see exactly how good all the obstacle avoidance and all that works. Now I did go ahead and put the unit on the base station. I connected it to a power bank in order to start charging it. I did go ahead and download the app as well. It's called Mammotion. As soon as the unit was placed on here, these little lights started blinking, and I was immediately able to add the unit to the app. I didn't have to press any buttons on the actual robot itself, but so far it's been very smooth. And the app is actually gonna walk you through everything. So I'm gonna just keep following the steps. If I have any issues, I will definitely let y'all know what I find. But so far it's been pretty smooth because I was expecting this thing to be kind of a headache to get going. Place the unit right here with the docking station. Now the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna map out your yard. But when I went to go do that, the machine actually needed to have a firmware update. So it's doing the update right now. It's actually almost done. It's gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes to do the update. With our firmware updates complete, we can start mapping the yard. So I'm gonna hit start mapping. You can create multiple different areas in your yard. It does a bunch of checks. start mapping. Now what I'm probably gonna do is do the manual mapping because there's kind of a lot of random stuff in my yard. Like I really don't want to going over there because I have some AC drain hoses. Right there, there's some solar panel wiring. Auto mapping, it says, is really good for neat, level lawns with clear boundaries with grass shorter than 4 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing fully mapped. Once I'm done, I'm gonna bring you guys back and show you guys what it looks like. There it goes, moving off the base. That's crazy how it turns like that. I had the robot one full lap around the perimeter. Got it. So now we pretty much get to remote control it with the phone. So if we push forward, the robot goes forward. Manually mapping is completely done. Back at the charging station, we should be able to start using this thing. Wherever you set your charging station up, this thing is gonna pinpoint that on your map, and it's gonna essentially act like its base or home point. So it's very important that wherever you set your dock up, make sure it's a good spot that you can actually keep the robot. Like for example, I would suggest in a corner, shaded, out of the rain. The unit is water resistant, so it's not gonna get destroyed if it does get wet, but I recommend just trying your best to keep this out of the elements, have a nice home where it can permanently live. It's gonna make the mapping and everything else you do after that a little bit easier because it's going to know where the home is. It can automatically dock when the battery gets to a certain percentage. So if you're always moving the base station around, it's not really going to know where to go. You can also change the position of the base station anytime you want in the app. So right now the robot is in standby, but there's the shape of the yard that we got. Hopefully it shows up okay on the camera. I'm just going to see what happens. All right, slide to start. Let's do it. Oh, there it goes. It's going to start mowing. And as it's moving through the yard, you can track its progress using the app on the phone. I might need to set the blades a little lower, but let's see what it does. That's freaking crazy. And the cutting height is adjustable in the task settings menu. So we can click these 3 little bars here. And I'm gonna adjust, right now it's at 3.9 inches. We're gonna go down to like 2.5. And there we go, it's a lot lower now. Should do a little bit better job. Now here's kind of a good overview of the yard before as the machine is running. My yard isn't that in great shape right now, so it might not be easy to tell when it's fully mowed, but I wanna show you guys the after once the robot's fully done mowing. So we got some pretty tall weeds right here, kind of some tall stuff over here. So I'm just gonna let this thing work and we're gonna see the final results. It says it's gonna take about 20 minutes. The robot has automatically docked once it finished cutting the yard. And I have to say, it actually did a pretty decent job. Look at that, very level. Looks good over here. There's one spot right over there it missed. There's like a tall weed right there, but I may have not navigated it right there correctly because I was having trouble at the beginning figuring out how to drive it. And then I didn't map anything over there along right here. Plus that's when also I adjusted the cutting height because I had it all the way up. So I did put it all the way down. Now they do make 2 different models for cutting height. This is the higher of the 2, but they also have a lower one. So the minimum cutting height on this unit is 2 inches. Now we're on the side of the house. We have a little bit better grass, way more filled in than the backyard. So we're gonna go ahead and run a mow test right here. I already went ahead and mapped out the whole area. Just like we did in the backyard, I manually did it. I did not let it automatically do it just because I wanted to steer around the AC units in this trailer. Now the grass is also very thick along the fence, so I'm curious to see how it's gonna attack the thick grass, but we're about to let this thing run. I'm probably just gonna leave the camera on the tripod and just speed run the footage and we'll be able to watch it in real time, mow all this. I'm gonna set it to probably 3 just to do an initial cut, and then I'll relower it again to get a little bit finer of a cut. According to this, it can do it in 8 minutes, which is pretty crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and slide to start. Now, so far, this thing has been incredibly easy to use, and I really like how they've kind of really ironed out how good these things work. Oh, I gotta get out of the way. And this grass right here is really thick, so. Right here is the real thick grass. So if you guys are curious how it's gonna handle that, so far it appears to be doing pretty good. All right, it just finished up the yard. It took 12 minutes. It did a pretty dang good job. I am gonna go ahead and set it lower. I'm gonna remap the area to kind of get in here a little bit more and maybe move that stuff. Now right here, it seemed to dodge this spot completely, so I'm not sure if it just didn't map correctly or if it's because the grass is really tall. So I'm gonna remap the whole yard one more time, and then I'm gonna let this thing do a nice low cut, and we're gonna see how it looks. All right guys, another cool feature that I just learned using our Mammoth mower is you can actually live view the camera and see what the mower is seeing. So as you guys can see, We have a direct live view of what and where it is mowing, so that's freaking awesome. Now, so far it's been about a week with me actually using this mower, and I have to say I really actually love this thing. It's been pretty amazing how good it actually is. It's a lot of fun actually. I've had quite a bit of enjoyment just kind of messing with it. And as you guys can see, the results kind of speak for themselves. The yard looks amazing. And as far as map areas, I've already mapped my backyard. This is one of my side yards and then the other side yard. So I do want to kind of fine tune my mapping skills on one of the yards. And the finer tuning you do and the slower you go making your maps, the better, more accurate of a cut you're going to get. I do recommend taking your time, make your zones really nice. Better and more effort you put into it, the better results that you're going to get. Now, one other very cool feature that this machine has is it actually has the ability for you to remote control it using your phone. Now, it's very easy to activate on the main screen here. We just click the little joystick button right there, and that's it. Now we can fully control the robot. We're going to manually undock it, and then we can also turn the blades on. It's going to tell you about safety for remote mowing. You're going to hit agree, and then we're going to start the blades. Now, being able to remote control it is probably one of my favorite features. However, it seems to be kind of buggy. And what I mean by that is you have to either stay really close to the robot, otherwise the blades just stop spinning, and sometimes it randomly will just stop mowing, even though you can still control it. It does give you prompts telling you to get closer or stay back. But what I've found is it's kind of difficult to get it to consistently mow while being remote controlled. So I'm not sure if there's just tons of safety features because you're remote controlling it, but what I wish they would allow you to do is have full control over the robot at a greater distance than, let's say, 2 feet. Like even sitting right here trying to mow this small little area, it was giving me a ton of issues. So I think that has some room for improvement. I see the potential there. Hopefully they can maybe iron that out and make it a little bit better. It'd be really nice to just sit here on my deck, on my little stoop, and get some of the tighter areas that I haven't mapped out and just go hit those real quick. Now, after you have all your areas mapped up, it is also possible when you go to mow to pick which zones you want cut. So if you don't want to do all of your zones at once, you can simply click and select the ones you want to do. So before we slide it to start, all of them are highlighted right now. So if I hit start, it's gonna try to mow all of them. So I'm gonna unclick the front yard, unclip the backyard, and we're just gonna go to this little section over here. I'm gonna go ahead and slide to start. If you don't do that or forget to do that and you have gates or fences that you need to open, the robot's just gonna hit the fence and stop working. So right now it's gonna try to make its way all the way through the yard to the other side of the gate. I randomly put this table right here, mainly to test out this solar panel, and it also shows kind of how good the object avoidance is. So it'll get really close to the table legs, but it was easily able to drive around it. Same thing with this pole right here. It is in the middle of the map zone and the robot tends to go around it just fine. It's been about 1 week since you guys previously saw this yard in the previous clip. I did move a bunch of stuff and I also remapped everything. So we're just gonna let this thing cut. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Now, if a company can come up with a weed whacking attachment to where it can edge all of this, that'd be a game changer because this is really the only part it can't get. All right, for this mow, it actually did very decent. Still doesn't get very close to the fence, so there's some weed whacking required. Now, of course, once the robot's completely done mowing whatever zone you selected, it's gonna make its way back to the charger. Boom, there we go, we made it back to its charging dock. Now, if you're curious of what this thing looks like after a few hours of mowing, still looks pretty clean. I'd probably get in here with a wet rag and just kind of wipe everything out. There does appear to be some grass buildup on the axle pivoting area right here, but I just take a simple blowing tool and I blow the whole mower off really well once I'm done. As far as blade life, I'm not really sure exactly what you could get out of these, but it does come with an extra set and I don't think it would be too hard to take these off and sharpen them. And if you also notice, there's 2 edges on the blade, so the blade can actually be flipped over and then it can also be flipped again. So you could get 4 cycles out of each blade, if that makes sense, because you could flip it one way and then flip it upside down because of the other mounting hole. Now, as far as dog poop, I highly suggest picking up all the dog poop in your yard, but if you happen to run some over, which I already have, I got some in the front tires as well as on the back tires, it will just naturally flake off. So if you're lazy and don't clean it, it will just flake off, not a huge deal. Well, as fun as it is for y'all to watch me mow grass, I think we're gonna cut the video here. My overall initial impression of the Mammotion Luba 3 robot mower. Overall, really like the unit. Very surprised how easy the setup was. I was expecting a huge hurdle, but they really do make it very simple. Performance, I would say, is pretty good. If you have standard style grass and you don't have a lot of thick weeds, it's gonna do a better job. As well as if you let it do multiple passes, it will also do a better job. If you just do one pass, it's gonna miss some blades here and there. Overall, the yard always looked cut to me. I would kind of compare this to a robot vacuum. If you have a robot vacuum in your house, the vacuum will do a pretty good job of maintaining how it looks, but you're still gonna have to do some cleaning manually yourself. And I would say these are about the same. If you keep a consistent yard pattern, you keep objects out of the yard, and you run this thing maybe every 4 days, you can probably get a very consistent yard. But if you run this thing once a week, I think every now and again, you're still obviously gonna have to weed whack, but really that's about it. It does seem like it'll maintain the rest of the yard pretty good. The battery life on this thing was actually amazing. So this is the 3000 model. They also have a 1500 model, and they have another model above this, and that basically designates the battery size. This battery is rated to mow 0.75 acres. Now, most standard house lots, especially modern houses that have tiny yards, you're never gonna hit that 0.75 acre yard limit. The side yard of my house, for example, only uses about 8% of the battery. So I would say you should easily be able to mow your entire backyard and your entire front yard on one battery. Obviously, that depends how thick the grass is and how you're mowing it and all that. But I didn't get the impression that this thing had terrible battery life. I never felt like I was gonna run out of power. And there was one day when I was showing a bunch of buddies this thing and I was letting them all remote control it. We probably ran this thing for like 3 hours straight, and I think I only got it down to about 40%. Now, the cons. Mapping is very important. You really need to take your time and map your yard out well. The better mapping you do, the better cutting you're gonna get. But I've noticed along the edges, even certain parts that I mapped, the robot still didn't wanna really get close to it. Now, that could be the object detection settings. There's a ton of settings in that, and I did kind of turn it down to the standard instead of using the more sensitive, but I still wasn't able to get it really close to certain objects. Tall grass seemed to freak it out. When it went near one of those long weeds, the robot tended to steer around it. That would not be an issue if you maintained your yard better, which I don't. The time it gives you to complete, at least in my experience, wasn't that accurate. It kept saying 8, 10, 15 minutes. Generally, it took another 5 minutes longer than that. Now, I don't really care. I'm not gonna go off of that anyways, but just something I noticed. The remote control feature is not good, and I really tried to use it. When it works, it's amazing. It could be the best thing ever if they just ironed out some of the bugs. Let me control this thing from a good amount of distance. It already makes you have to read some safety warnings and say, I agree to cut, so I don't see why I can't have a little bit more distance. It is remote controlling the robot over Bluetooth, so it may be a limitation of the Bluetooth range, but in my experience, Bluetooth has pretty good range. So that could use some updating and feature upgrades. Now, they are always improving the software on this unit, so that's something they could easily implement with a software patch. But we will see if that gets any better with later software revisions. Other than that, that's really the only cons I had about the unit. I really enjoyed using it. Now, at the time of making this video, this specific model right now is selling for $2,499. So these are a premium appliance. That is a lot of money. I am at least happy to say if you end up spending that kind of money, you will get a solid product, and it does appear to work as designed. But that's really all I got, guys. Let me know what y'all think about this robot in the comments. Are you guys using robots to cut your grass? Is this something you're thinking about getting into? Do y'all think these are still in their infant phase and maybe they need to get better and cheaper for y'all to consider one? I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'll be in the comments responding to as many as possible, as always. Now, I do plan on making another video of this unit, except I want to take it all the way in the country with nothing around, and I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of country mowing. So if you want to see more footage of this, I do have a couple more videos planned out with it. But that's it, guys. Thank y'all very much for watching. Another pro I really liked about the unit, with these omnidirectional front wheels, this thing could zero turn on a dime. And if you don't want it zero turning in your yard, you can adjust all that in the settings so it doesn't zero turn, but the turning radius and the torque that the wheels have appear to be very good. The robot never seemed like he was struggling or getting stuck at all in any sort of grass that I can throw it in, and I was mowing some pretty thick stuff. As far as cutting power, they say it has 180 watt motors for the cutters, and it never really seemed like I got into some grass that was way too thick and it killed it just because of that.